Hello, everybody. Guess what, guys? It's the Celtic Rain Radio Show. That's right, guys. I am the Celtic Rain Radio Show at this moment. We're going to be having the most amazing time tonight. We're going to be talking to Jennifer Midkiff. She is amazing harpist. She plays Celtic harp. She plays the grand harp. She plays all these different harps. So we're going to actually be talking about the harps and the things that come along with that, which are going to be really, really, really awesome. And it's going to be one of those things where we just kind of figure it out as far as we go, right? So that's where we are right now. We are figuring out things. I want to give you time to get on for just a second and say hi to you guys. I want to make sure that I see you and see that you guys are right here with me. I want to give you time to get on because the Celtic Rain Radio Show is about you, but it's also about us. And it's really kind of cool because I'm really excited about this. I need to make sure that you guys understand that this is a 5.
Give you time to get on.
Oh, sorry. Give me 2 seconds. This is a 5-year situation that I have been working towards for 5 years. Understand that 5 years. So sometimes we have things that happen like that, right? But a lot of times we have things that happen over time. Hi, Evan. So glad you're on. Anyway, so we have things that happen over time, and this is something that has happened over time. I have been working on this in my mind for quite a while, but for 5 years I've been working on this, and within the last year I've been able to put it together. So this is really kind of cool. If all of the music that you see today, all of it is completely and absolutely 100% given to me to play. I ask people, do you want to be on my show? They say yes. They send me their stuff and give me permission. I have permission to play everything that is on my show. Everything on my show is permission-based. Therefore, there is nothing that I am playing without permission, which is beautiful. Therefore, if you want to be on my show, all you have to do is send an MP3 or MP3s, whatever you want to be played into the air, into this beautiful, great world of ours, to celticrain777@gmail.com. Make sure you put a bio in there so I know who you are. Make sure that I have as much information as you want me to have. But it is all permission-based. So everything I play is permission-based. So I have some really, really cool things. Oh my gosh. Hello, Ray. So glad to see you. Oh, Doug. Hi. It's great to see you. And Robert, I'm so glad you're listening. This is going to be a great show. The first set, we have some beautiful music. It's called Laughing Brook by Bradford Ray Bailey. Then we have I Want to Run Away with You by Kelly Miller. And then for our first set, we have Keep the Light Distribution by Dave Morrissey. There's going to be some beautiful music today. You're going to hear from our beautiful musician of the day, Jennifer Midkiff, and she is a beautiful harpist. That's going to come right after those beautiful songs. I cannot wait for you guys to hear all of this gorgeous music. You guys ready? All right, let's go.
time killing myself 9 to 5. I need to get away tonight. Too much stuff to do, drama, troubles, and issues. I need to get away tonight. Will you go with me and see all there is to see? I know we'll have a blast. Hurry, this time won't last. Let's go and get away from all the pain we feel. Let's try to fantasize. What we have is real. Let's smile for a little while like everything is new. I wanna run away with you. What is there to lose? Pack a bag and take a cruise. We're gonna sail away tonight. I need to take a 5. We can fly or I can drive. We're gonna break away tonight. Please don't tell me no. You know we need this. Oh, come on and take this ride, baby. I need you by my side. Let's go and get away from all the pain we feel. Let's try to fantasize. What we have is real. Let's smile for a little while like everything is new. I wanna run away with you. Will you go with me and see all there is to see? I know we'll have a blast. Hurry, this time won't last. Let's go and get away from all the pain we feel. Let's try to fantasize. What we have is real. Let's smile for a little while like everything is new. I wanna run away with you. I wanna run away with you.
Till we meet again. Well, the world starts turning again, and the winter it will pass, and I will return to your arms. Someday we'll be together, but not this year. No, not this year. So I'll sit here by the fire and raise a glass to the ones close to my heart. The snow is gonna fall, but it won't last long. Someday we'll be together, but not this year. No, not this year. Someday we'll be together, but not this year. No, not this year. And there's a light in my window. There's a kind of love in my home, keeps me strong on to Christmas, when the new year will come. night this year. Keep the light in your window. Keep the love in your heart. Keep it strong until Christmas. When the new year will come, and the new year will come. Keep the light in your window.
Well, guys, that was gorgeous. Yes. Guess what? We get to meet one of my favorite people in the whole entire world. I'm going to bring her on right now. Her name is Jennifer Midkiff. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
She is live. So if you guys have questions, she's here right now. So I decided to change it up a little bit. I have had some recorded interviews, and I will have a few more in the future just because of situations. But at this moment right now, we have one of the most beautiful people I've ever met in my whole entire life. Just because I love you, Jennifer. Just saying. But Jennifer, this is Jennifer Midkiff. She goes by Jen, if anybody wants to know. But this is what we are. So Jen, tell us about yourself.
Well, I do a lot of music. That's pretty much my whole life. But I started out as a music teacher, and I still have my certification for K-12 music. And so right now I am working in a K-8 school. We're not doing choir because of COVID, but I'm doing lots of general music stuff. I've always gone back and forth between school and church. So the other thing I do is serve as a church musician.
Sounds familiar.
Right? I'm sometimes I do one, sometimes I do the other, sometimes I do them at the same time. And that's what's going on right now. I have 2 part-time gigs. And I also teach private lessons, and hope I'll get to do more of this, but I like playing at restaurants and for parties and weddings and all that kind of stuff too.
Weddings are the best.
Yeah.
Weddings are the best. They're so happy.
Mm-hmm.
They really are fun.
Yep.
So tell me about your background. How did you start harp? That's a beautiful instrument, but it's an interesting journey, I can imagine.
Yes, the short answer is because I was a total failure at the string bass. But there's a little bit more to that story too. So I knew I wanted to be a music teacher, and my senior year at high school, you had a cadet teaching opportunity where you would go to one of the middle schools for 2 hours a day and teach a couple classes, and then go back and do the rest of your day at the high school. And
nice.
I signed up, and I said, I want to teach music, and I should have specified choir, because I got handed 1 choir and 7th grade strings. And I said, well, I don't know anything about this, but I can read the music, and I can say, hey, violins, you're a little flat on that F sharp, that kind of fun stuff. And so we were, going swimmingly. And then the director said, hey, I just lost my best bass player to a custody issue, and I am wrangling this guitarist, and I need you to teach him to play the bass. And I said, do you remember that I don't play the bass? And he said, here's the book. Here's how to tune it.
Figure it out.
On it. Here's how to hold the bow. German grip, thank goodness. It's the easy one where you just get a death grip on the thing. It's great. And stay a step ahead of him, and I'll see you 2 in 6 weeks. He needs to be able to play 2 songs on the concert.
Oh my God.
So
by the way,
the concert
learn
came
these
around,
songs.
I could play all 6 songs. And I went, this is kind of fun. And I always wanted to play in the orchestra. So in college, I signed up for bass lessons. And that's when I found out that basses came in different sizes, and that what I had been playing was a half-size bass, and that the school I went to only had full-size basses. And as soon as you park my arm up here, I have no blood flow to my hand. So that was the end of me playing bass. But I still
that happens
really
when you're short.
Right. Well, I'm almost 5'7". It's just
Oh,
double basses are really, really tall.
wow.
And I couldn't drop it any lower without not being, then I couldn't reach down to bow it. So
Yeah.
I persisted for a semester, and then I said, this is really not working because I can play for 2 minutes and then I have to put my arm down. And that doesn't work in
It's
orchestra.
crazy.
So
Yeah.
I still wanted to play. And I remembered that a friend of mine had said, hey, I got to try somebody's harp once when I was babysitting. It was so weird. They had a harp, but you'd love it. It's a lot like piano. And I thought, all right, well, I've been playing piano since I was 7. So maybe I can do something with this. And
Absolutely.
so for my sophomore year of college, my mom said, okay, we'll give you a year of harp. If you practice it the way you practiced piano, it will be your only year of harp. Fortunately, I fell in love with playing and
That's
spent
awesome.
every free minute I had in the practice room. So there was no more discussion about dropping me out of lessons after
That's
that.
beautiful.
So that's
Well,
how I started.
guys, we are here with Jennifer Midkiff. She is telling us about her beautiful past and how she got into the harp, which is a beautiful instrument. You actually have 2 harps, and later on we're going to get into the types of harps they are and like all of the different mechanical situations. But at this moment, we're just learning about you. If you guys have questions for her, she's live. So ask her questions.
Right?
I will put them out to her. And all you have to do is just type them in. And then I will ask her, and you guys will have your questions answered. It's a gorgeous thing. But I have to say, you are probably one of my favorite musicians just because I love the versatile situation that you're in. You are in so many different groups right now. Well, let's just pretend COVID is.
Right.
I wish we could all just pretend COVID is not here. But as a musician, you have several groups you play with. Tell me about the groups you play with.
Okay, the 2 that I do the most with, I do team up with other musicians occasionally, but the 2 that I do the most with are my Irish trio, Alair. Alair is an Irish word that means lively or cheerful, and that's mostly what we do. We do a lot of Irish dance music, jigs and reels and hornpipes and all that fun stuff, and then we'll totally switch it up and sing in beautiful 3-part harmony. We are 3 ladies, so Vicky is our flute player, and she has her master's in flute performance, but a serious love of Irish music. So she's just brilliant to work with. And Brenda is our bowren player, so the Irish flat drum, and it's really, really fun. The bowren is actually what made me fall in love with Irish music, not the harp. Believe it or not.
That's what I play, so thank you.
I love it. The first time I walked into somebody's room in college and I was hearing this music, and the percussion is what got me. And I said, what is this? And they said, this is the Chieftains. And I said, I want this. I want all of this.
Right?
I have like a pile of Chieftains CDs on the other side of this room. I love it. And then the other group that I play in is a band that I've been in for longer than I have been married, which is pretty fun. So I started this band in 2002 with a friend of mine. We kind of fled the flaming wreckage of the drama of another band and started our own thing, but it felt a little thin with just the 2 of us. And we recruited a coworker of hers who played guitar, and bonus, he brought along his wife, who just happens to be an ethnomusicology professor whose specialty is percussion.
What the heck?
Butler University. I know.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Cool drummer. So,
That's
there are times
crazy.
where her set is, her drum set is a djembe and a hi-hat, because she can make incredible music with just a djembe and a hi-hat.
I'm telling you.
She also plays the bowren. She'll play regular kit. So that group is called Wild Mercy. And we have 3 albums out. We haven't been doing a lot the last few years just because life kind of gets in the way. We're all grown-ups and we're all busy and we're all doing other stuff as our primary income. But we are really looking forward to getting everybody vaccinated, because we are going to be making music again the second we can. We've got plans for a 4th album.
There you go. That's gorgeous. Mario Rovin said, what's in the mug? Do you have a mug? What's
Hi,
in your
Mario.
mug?
That's Mario.
What's in your mug?
Hi, Mario.
He wants to know what's.
Mario, I'm so sorry. I'm an enormous faker. This is just water because we got 2 hours here. I didn't want to.
I will have to admit, I have a little bit of tequila, just a little, to have
Later
my moment.
on, Mario,
But
in
yes.
the second hour of the show, I promise we'll have something
Mario's
not
like,
water.
what's in the mug? And she's like, water.
I'm
You
boring.
totally bursted his bubble. Samuel says, the mug on the shelf behind her, meaning me, is nothing but golf balls. Thanks, Samuel. Thank you. Oh, that mug. No, wrong mug, Samuel. Not your mug. No one's looking at your mug. I love you, gorgeous man. Your mug is my life, but her mug is what we're talking about. Hey, Roger. Hey, Roger Vallis. I am never going to get last names right. I'm just going to say that. So if I got it wrong, thank you so much, Roger Vallis, for being here. It has been a beautiful time. We're going to have much more time with you in the future. But at this moment, we're going to have a little bit of time talking about the next songs that are coming up. I would like you to talk to me about Waterfall. Tell me about Waterfall, please.
All right. So Waterfall is a combination of a couple of just things I've been twiddling with and eventually realized they worked really well together. I do that a lot. I'll have an idea and I'll play with that idea, but it won't really feel like enough for a song. And I'll have a different idea that comes at a totally different time. And later on I go, hey, this is like the chocolate and the peanut butter in the Reese's cup. And I put them together. But
Nice.
I'm terrible at naming my own songs. So I asked my kids, and I asked, in this case, my oldest daughter, I said, what does this song make you think of? And I played it for her, and she said, it makes me think of a waterfall. And I said, deal. So
Perfect.
It's kind of new age, what I would call new age contemporary piano kind of thing. If Jim Brickman played the harp, he might write a song like this.
Perfect.
That's if I were
Perfect.
Jim Brickman caliber. So we'll see.
Awesome. We're going to hear this next.
And it
Waterfall
is
is
recorded
next.
on this harp. We'll talk more about types of harps
Yes,
later,
yes.
but this one right here is the one that recorded Waterfall.
Perfect. We will talk to you a little bit later.
All right.
Bye, Jen. Okay, guys. So, as you know, Waterfall is next. And then after Waterfall, obviously Waterfall is by Jen Midkiff. And then we have Intro Utopia Down by Andrew Davis. And then we have Love and Light by Dylan Wampler. And these are some of the most, they're very beautiful songs. I can't wait for you to hear them. And here we go. You guys ready?
In or out or up or down. Satellite will spin around, making mirrored movements on the ground. In or out or up or down. In or out or up or down. Satellite will spin around, making mirrored movements on the ground. In or out or up or down. And the deepest places in the ocean are not as deep as the reach of space. Swimming in your lovely garden, I can see the stars set in your face. And the deepest places in the ocean are not as deep as the reach of space. Swimming in your lovely garden, I can see the stars set in your face. And while I wander in the void, selected and directed ever in boundless waves rolling from the days, the silence deep within the din. And while I wander in the void, selected and directed ever in boundless waves rolling from the days, the silence within the din. Void Chandler, he leapt into the cleft, blossom of the bleeding heart. He waits to walk the path to death. Through the friend, we end the start. Void Chandler, he leapt into the cleft, blossom of the bleeding heart. He waits to walk the path to death. Through the friend, we end the start.
What?
Hello, everybody. Okay, so here we are. You guys, that was so much fun. I love dancing with Jennifer. Dancing with Jennifer will come so much more. There'll be so much more dancing with Jennifer. But guess what? We have 3 more songs before Jennifer actually comes back on. We have Tragedy by Quincy Followwheeler. I'm not saying that right at all. Followwheeler. There you go. Primrose Path by Eric Parker. Yes. Eric Parker was one of our beautiful, beautiful friends that was in Celtic Rain for quite a while. He is still a gorgeous friend of ours. And frankly, to be completely honest, I am so excited for his album that I have everything of, and you guys are going to hear. So beautiful. Then we have Upbeat Song about a band's relationship, but we also have Tell Me by Molotov Monday. So Molotov Monday is a beautiful group, and I cannot wait for you to hear even more of Molotov Monday. You guys are ready to hear some of the most gorgeous stuff, because it really is some great stuff. You guys ready?
Better than you. I only wanted to walk you through the rain. You came into your own like a hurricane, got lost in a blizzard while trying to hide your pain. You're loud, you're proud, and you bark at the moon when there's no one around to hear you. You bleed it out, and you blame it on the only one who came to find you. So where do we go from here? Another day over and another year. Maybe it was meant to be. So I wish you all the best in your tragedy. Another battle to wage within, against the grain and against the wind you fight. You are lonely inside, but you'll never concede. You're much too proud for humility, am I right? You're loud, you're proud, and you bark at the moon when there's no one around to hear you. You bleed it out, and you blame it on the only one who came to find you. So where do we go from here? Another day over and another year. Maybe it was meant to be. So I wish you all the best in your tragedy. Right before your eyes, your life has passed you by without a notice. You were unaware. Maybe someday you will realize all of those that passed you by without a notice, they're no longer there. They no longer care. You're loud, you're proud, and you bark at the moon when there's no one around to hear you. You bleed it out, and you blame it on the only one who came to find you. You're loud, you're proud, and you bark at the moon when there's no one around to hear you. You
baby. These bags under my eyes tell a story. They sure won't lie like you and me. Tell me true like you want me to do. Tell me true like you want me to do. Sick and tired, flagging you down, when all you wanna do is drag me around. I've been out in snow, I've been out in rain. Time for a goodbye, baby. Hope I don't see you again. Tell me true like you want me to do. Tell me true like you want me to do. Wasting time, try to figure out what you, baby, are all about. No more pills, no more games. This is for real. Don't make me say it again. Tell me true like you want me to do. Tell me true like you want me to do.
You guys, best ever, right? Some great music from some great people. Cannot wait. Guess what, guys? It's time to talk to Jen. She's been dancing with us. She has something more than water in her mug, and we will find out what it is right now. Hey, Jen! What's in your mug? Oh, sorry, I've got you muted. What's in your mug?
Okay, what's in my mug is some Indiana local. This is Coors Orchard peach hard cider, and it's like a huge can. So yeah, I don't know how to get through this and the rest of the show, but we shall
for
find
all
out.
of those who are like,
Mario,
what's in your mug? Mario, it's not just water
not
anymore.
just water. Sláinte, Mario, if you're still watching.
Sláinte. That's right. And guess what, guys? Now we get to learn about your harps. I am so excited about this situation because I love instruments and we have way too many of them in our house. And we don't actually have a harp in our house. So tell me about your harps.
You don't have a harp yet.
Yet.
Gear
That is the
acquisition
truth.
syndrome is a thing, right?
That is the truth.
So this is the harp I probably use the most often right now. This is my Celtic harp.
Nice.
Celtic harps typically have a column that is curved outward slightly. So everything is kind of curved except for this back. That's usually straight. It has 34 strings, which is just a smidge shy of 5 octaves. So that's a big chunk of the piano keyboard.
Nice.
The piano keyboard has 7.
Nice.
8. Anyway, this is most of the usable range that you would see. And certainly, anyway, it's a lot. So the harp, the Celtic harp, changes keys with these levers that are up top. So if I want to play in the key of C, I have my levers in this configuration. But if I want to play in the key of G, I need to put my F levers up. And now those are sharps. And so now I can play in the key of G. each lever is like a tiny little capo 1 for you guitar guys on every single string. And I keep mine so that if all the levers were down, I would be in the key of 3 flats, just to make it more confusing for people. So your lever can either be flat to natural or natural to sharp, depending on how you've chosen your tuning. It's usually complicated, but you get used to it.
Right. So with that harp, key changes are a bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. When I play with Alaire and we do dance sets, we do things that change key from one dance tune to the next. But usually what we do is if we're going, say, from the key of G, which has 1 sharp, to the key of D, which has 2 sharps, we usually get into the new key and I lay down a big old D and go flip, 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 and put all my C levers up really fast, and then come in crashing in. You know, I get all my C levers up, and I come crashing in.
Because that's talent. I'm telling you right now.
That's how you get around key changes.
That's right. That's how you get around key changes. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm like, and let's modulate. And my husband's like, no. And I'm like, and you're like, no, don't modulate.
The fun part about the lever harp is you can set it and forget it. So what makes this, I like about this compared to the piano, is that once I have my stuff set, I literally cannot play anything that's not in this scale. So the beauty of it is I feel really free to improvise because nothing's going to sound that bad. If I'm in this key of 3 sharps, there's no chance, like there would be on the piano, that I would forget one of the sharps. I can't. They're all done.
Love that.
Done. I know.
Love
it too. This is really what freed me up to become more improvisational in my playing. I was always really, really stuck in keyboard land because sooner or later, if I tried to improvise, I would forget my key signature.
Yeah.
I would miss something, one of the black keys. And this way, that doesn't happen. But there were still more things I wanted to play. I don't just do Celtic. I also do a little jazz and pop and Broadway stuff when I play for weddings and parties and stuff. And so I eventually needed something that I could change keys even faster in and get to some accidentals in. And that is where this other harp comes in. So I'm going to move this one out of the way. I'm going to take a little bit of a look at my pedal harp.
Beautiful. Bring it on. Just while you're doing that, Terry Eubanks, who just happens to be my dad. Hi, Daddy. Thank you for watching. And I'm not going to say this right. Is it Siren Green? Is that right? Says, we love you, Jen. Is it Cern Green?
Kern.
Celtic. I'm horrible. I am so sorry, Kern. Kern Green, yes, we love you too. Jen, he says, we love you, Jen. That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. You guys, she's here right now. So you want to ask her something? Ask her now. And then we will be able to tell her. But yes. Also, Ron 5 says, I know someone selling a harp, just saying.
Ooh, well, it isn't me, so maybe
it's not right. I know.
To students sometimes, so.
Right? Anyways, tell me about that beautiful big harp you have in your hands.
All right, so this big, beautiful harp, which is actually taller than me, and that's why we can only see little bits of it here and there.
Wow.
Because I don't like making people motion sick by moving the camera.
So how tall are you?
I am just a smidge shy of 5'7". So this
5'7",
about 5'8", I think.
And in perspective, I'm 5'1", which is just shy of Hobbit. Just saying. So yeah, there you go.
I will tell my 14-year-old she will be thrilled because she is stuck at 5 foot and 3/4 of an inch, and she's like bummed because she wanted to be taller by now because her friends are taller.
Yeah, no, it doesn't happen. Tell her it doesn't happen till like 20s, but still, whatever. Okay. So tell me about your harp.
All right. So the pedal harp, as it might sound, has pedals on it, has 7 of them down around the bottom. There are 3 for your left foot and 4 for your right foot.
Beautiful.
1 for every note of the scale. So E, F, G, and A are on the right. B, C, D are on the left.
Nice.
And what they do is they will change all of the C's with 1 foot. And I call them C flat or C natural or C sharp. And so when you're
That is
jazz and you just suddenly need a little G sharp to pop in there and then go away again, that's when you use your foot pedals. This was developed in 1800s. This is actually the newbie of the harp family. Harps have been around for well over 1,000 years, but the pedal harp was not the double action, meaning flat and sharp and natural. Pedal harp wasn't developed until 1800, and it was so that the orchestra composers of the time could take advantage of this sound. They wanted this gorgeous sound, but they wanted it to be able to modulate faster than the lever harp could. So that was exactly why this developed. And so I love playing this one as well, but this is more playing the stuff that would be under copyright. So I'm not going to play it tonight.
It's okay. So you can just strum it for us for a second.
Oh, yeah,
and while you strum it, I would like you to tell me about the song My Lady Carries Dom.
Okay. And so that is like a total change of pace from this harp.
Of course.
Yes. But Lady Carries Dom. During the first one, during Waterfall, the photograph that was up of me was me in my full Ren Fair garb playing my smallest harp, my lap harp, which is sitting over there in its bag right now.
Which is where we met you, actually.
Yes.
Ren Fair. That's right. Thank you.
But my lever harp is, so when I played this song on the lever harp, when I finally achieved my lifelong dream, I mean, and this had been like 20 years before I got up the courage and found a fair that would say yes. I got to come and play at a Ren Fair and be a real Ren Fair performer, something I'd aspired to since, 1992. When I got to go to my first Ren Fair and discovered the things existed because I didn't know. And I fell in love with it in college and went every year. But just kind of put it on hold for a long time, but finally had the costume and the repertoire. But My Lady Carries Dump is a tune from a lute book published in the 1600s. And it's actually almost identical in its original form to what I'm playing now. It is in a key that is one step lower. And that's the only difference. But otherwise it's the same tune. And it was originally meant, I think, for lute, not for harp. But it wasn't in lute tablature, so maybe not. Anyway, it's a fun tune, and I like it for all of its variations. The left-hand part's pretty easy. It's just keeping the beat. It's all the right-hand stuff that just keeps going and going and going that makes it fun to play.
Sounds like loops.
And and it's one of the ones that I frequently play at the Ren Fair, and it's on my Ren Fair EP called Harper at the Fair, which is available on my Bandcamp page. I see the banner there, Jen.
Which is below,
yep,
but tell what it is.
Yes, it is jenmidkiff.bandcamp.com. So
there you go.
One N, midkiff.com. And so I have 3 albums up there. Waterfalls album is the full album title is Collage. So that's my 2016 release. But the Harper at the Fair EP is actually my newest one from just a couple years ago, so that I would have it ready to sell at the fair. So that one is available too. Lots of fun music.
Well, I think this is what we should do, because that me and Samuel are the lute and the lady.
Right.
And as long as he can understand to take it one step lower, one step higher.
I think so. It's in D and
lower.
Yeah.
Then we're going to work this up so that the next time we are at fair with you, we get to play with you.
Oh, that
would be so much fun.
That would be fun.
Yes.
I love collaborating.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Yay. That'll be so much fun. Okay. So in fact, Danny said hi. Jamie said hellos. And Tony said hello. Samuel actually said, hey, yes, I bought my lute with an eye to get in Ren Fair for free. We didn't just get in for free, but we're getting paid. Thank you very much. And then I found out that they would actually pay Exactly. So yes, that's my husband. Yay. Because he's like, I want to get it for free. I'm like, and maybe we can get paid. And so yes, I'm the business person, but there you go. And Ray is watching. Hello, Ray. New, so beautiful to see you. Okay, so we're gonna have some beautiful music from you. That is gonna be the next part, and we're gonna talk to you later. We might see you dancing through the songs, which is gorgeous. I have had so much fun dancing with you. I cannot wait to dance with you again. Just saying. All right, guys. So I'm telling you right now that Jen is just the best in the world, isn't she? We're going to hear from, of course, My Lady Carrie's Dump from Jen. Such a gorgeous person. Then Almost Home by Jeremy Crumbaugh. I'm probably not saying that right because there you go. But you will see it. And then 7 by Robert Bruce Scott. You guys, this music is the most. I cannot wait for you to hear all of this gorgeous stuff. I'm telling you right now, there are some times in life that you get to be able to share music and it's your heart. Jen's music is my heart. And I love her so much. So I hope you enjoy hers and others. There you go.
Driving down the road tonight, the one to get back by your side. I'm almost home to you. Trying to make a few more bucks, hoping with a little luck one day I won't have to go. Almost home, almost home, almost home, almost home. I know it's been a trying year. It's only thanks to you, my dear, that I made it through. You are my way, my truth, my life. Nothing's ever felt so right. You give me something to believe. Almost home, almost home, almost home, almost home. Sit around and talk about our Sundays, but some days don't have to wait. We've got all we need, so let's live for today. Home is you right by my side. My home is you right by my side. Almost home, almost home, almost home, almost home. Driving north to you tonight, the road to get back by your side. My home is next to you. You are my home. 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 You are my home.
Seven horses racing through the night, carrying the morning light. Seven winds waking with the dawn, summoning the strength to carry on. Seven songs singing in the wind, telling stories about the end. Seven sons vying to be king, trying to conquer everything. But the night envelops all. Silences and fall. Seven seas swimming to the moon, 7 days on a losing streak. 6 were strong, but the last one was weak. 7 clocks ticking in the hall, making fools of us all. And the night follows on. Silence is our just crawl under our sun, but their experiments all come undone. And the brighter grows on, silence is our goal. Find a place, countless spaces, castles in the sun. Give me strength to carry on.
You guys, it has been an amazing night. We have just a little bit more for you. You ready for this? Jen is back up with us, and I cannot wait until you hear the last of her for this show. Not forever, because I will totally have her on again. I am so excited about her and her gorgeous music. You guys ready for Jen Midkiff? Here she is. Hi, Jen. Yay. Okay, let me just unmute you. Obviously, you need some voice here. Yay, voice. Okay, so this is where we are. Jen.
Yes.
You are a gorgeous musician. You have so many things happening. What is next for you?
Well, this year I'm actually tackling a brand new project that I'm really excited about. It is a dream I have wanted to chase for a long time, and I'm finally going to get to do it for real. So many people have heard of music therapists. One thing people have not heard of as often is certified music practitioners. Now, these are people who, instead of trying to get the patient to make music, they come in to the hospital or hospice bedside. Some of them play in the NICU for the tiny, tiny babies. And you come in and you play music that is healing. Now, healing doesn't mean, your wounds are going to close over or whatever. But what's really fascinating,
who knows,
is that the more they have studied the effects of listening to this type of music, is that it lowers your anxiety level, which means your body stops releasing some of the fear, like cortisol,
beautiful
neurotransmitters. And so you actually do heal faster. Your body puts healing on the back burner when fear and anxiety and pain are up front. And so, but also if someone is on so many painkillers that their body is not aware that they're hurting, that will also slow healing. So what they found is that live music at the bedside, and live because the practitioner then can respond to what they're seeing in the patient better than just putting on a playlist. But they've seen this stabilize blood pressure and breathing. They've seen this.
I'm so sorry.
Bless you. but it also decreases people's experience of pain. There's only so much your brain can focus on at one time. So if you're hearing this beautiful music, you aren't hitting that button quite as often. And that means your body can get working on healing instead of needing you to dull the pain. So there's been one surgeon who said he would rather have therapeutic music for people healing up from surgery than 10 milligrams of Valium. He really is that sold on what this can do. And so I get to start my classes. Uh-oh. I can't hear you anymore. So I don't know what just happened if you just muted.
You're fine.
Okay,
You
cool.
go. Keep going, gorgeous.
Cool. All right. New to this tech stuff. Anyway, so I get to start. In fact, this coming weekend, I will be in 16 hours of Zoom meetings, training for my first weekend of training to become a certified music practitioner. So I'm really, really excited about that. It's going to take 5 of these massive weekends, plus a lot of research and practice and repertoire development in between.
That's amazing.
Then I have to pass an exam and write a paper and do an internship. It's pretty much like tackling another master's degree. Fortunately, my children are old enough to feed themselves. So,
Thank God, right? I know. I'm doing the same thing. I have my stuff I'm doing, and thank God my kids know how to feed themselves. Just going to say. I do have actually a friend who does what you are about to go into doing. And I can tell you that she is one of the most beautiful souls I've ever met in my life. And it is so beneficial to where she won an award, and she was like, so I won this award for this situation, but I'd rather go into these hospital rooms and do this stuff. Because her heart, the award was beautiful, but her heart was right there with the people. And right now, to be completely honest with the people that have lost people, and I'm going to say this right now, Texas, we're right there with you. We love you. If you need something, let us know. We'll try to figure out how to do it. All the people who've lost people from COVID, we adore you. And we are right there with you. Because someone's lost somebody. And that is a gorgeous thing, to be able to go into a situation and just give them music, to be able to just hit the heart of people. I have some things that are being said here. I would love to talk with you about it more. I am starting this new business where I send caregivers to my clients' homes to provide in-home care. It's very beautiful. This is Ray New, by the way.
Hi, Ray.
Hi, Ray. I have few patients who are recovering, and this could be helpful for them. So this is something very, 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 very valid right now,
Yes.
frankly.
Yes.
Very. Because there are so many people that are just isolated and hurting, and this is very, very valid right now.
I am really excited to be pursuing it. I tried to do this a long time ago, and then we found out that we were expecting our first child, and it just wasn't a good time to be trying to do an unpaid internship and record 90 minutes worth of music and all of that stuff. You just never
it's
know
just
when
hard.
The baby's gonna
It's
cry.
way
and
too
all of
hard.
that. So it got set on hold. But this year I finally get to come back to it, and I actually have a kind of a local mentor here who is working as a CMP in 2 local hospitals. And she said, I really want you to do this. I think you'd be good at it. And if you're still thinking about it, please do it soon, because she's actually a bit older than me. And she said she wants to retire and she wants to hand it over. So like, whoa.
So she's ready to
it's
pass
clear.
on
This is the time.
and just be like, go.
So I know that anybody just doing radio show can't see. If you're only hearing audio, you can't see my necklace. But I have this really pretty necklace. And it is a stylized treble clef with little stones on it. And I actually commissioned this from a jewelry maker friend of mine. as my kind of setting my intention for 2021. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make music, and I'm going to learn how to do this in a way that brings healing to people.
Beautiful. So Ray asked, what state are you in? What state are you in?
I am in Indiana. I am just
there you go.
Of Indianapolis. So, yeah.
So she's in Indianapolis, Indiana, but for the right price, you could probably have her come out to your state. Probably coverage of trip and stay, but she says, I'm in Indianapolis too. That's beautiful. You and Ray New should definitely get a hold of each other. Ray, if you could do me a favor, and yes, let's contact, please. Let Ray, if you could do me a favor and just PM me personally your information. I don't want it going all over the internet. PM me personally, and I will get it to her, and we'll get you guys connected for sure. This is why I'm so excited about doing interviews live, because this is the kind of stuff that happens. There's only going to be a few of my interviews that are recorded just because they have to be, because of bands and the way they are. But I love the connection. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing because too many people have great music that is not being heard, number one. Number two, there are some amazing artists out there that are doing amazing things, and people need to be able to contact them and connect with them and use their situations for what they need to be used for. Ray, this is a God moment. I get it.
I think
whatever you believe in, but my belief is this is a God moment. Ray, message me personally. I'll give her your information for sure. Got it? This is a beautiful moment. And I love this. I love this. This is the kind of thing that I wanted to happen because of this show.
Yeah.
It actually makes my heart sing. And speaking of singing, we have a song that's coming up next that I would love for you to talk about. Long Time Coming. Tell me about Long Time Coming.
All right. So, yeah, a lot of my life feels like long time coming.
Especially
song,
now, right?
Yeah. But this song specifically came out of an experience where I had damaged my left shoulder and it needed surgery. And in recovery period, everyone's like, you know what? You're doing great. You just got to be patient. I'm like, I am. They're like, do your exercises. I'm like, I am. They're like, okay, it's awesome. I know this is frustrating, but you just got to be patient. I said, I am. And it just kind of went on like that. And I was like, I am being patient. Darn it.
Right?
So I wrote this song because it is, that frustration is something that a lot of people feel when they're recovering from anything, whether that's, maybe it's leaving an abusive relationship. Maybe it's learning to heal some of the damage done to your own heart, from a traumatic upbringing or a terrible experience. Maybe it is spiritual healing if you have been brought up in a faith that has been presented very toxic, in a very toxic way, and you are trying to heal from that. So whether it's physical healing or emotional or spiritual or mental healing, this song is for everybody who's ever been on that journey and going, am I ever going to feel, like I've arrived at the healing destination, that I've done it. I'm better. I've healed.
And for me, this is huge because a good portion of my life is about healing and wholeness. Mm-hmm. And I swear there are moments in our lives where we hit and we like, I'm healed. And then something happens and I'm like, and then something comes back up and you're like, I'm not healed because it's like, oh, got it. My God, I was not healed from that. And my past just slapped me in the face and I need a moment. And you sit there and you go, I thought I was healed from that, but I'm not. And you just have to take a moment.
Yeah.
And it's okay because that is life. And what I've learned from this is this. You have levels of healing. And this song is gorgeous because it's like, okay, at this moment, I can have this moment of healing and I can think I'm great. But eventually, I'm going to have to listen to it again because I got another level of healing I got to go through.
So the fun thing is I invited two friends to be guests on this. The fiddle and the backing vocals that you're going to hear are two very dear friends of mine. And the two of them had both sustained some personal losses in the last year before this song was being recorded. And so they came in. Oh my goodness. Amy McNally is the fiddler on this, and she's also on Bandcamp. She's amazing. But Amy came in. I had her do 3 tracks on this album, which was my first album, long time coming, back in 2012. And she played the other 2 beautifully. And then she played this one, and I went, whoa. Because suddenly there was like 3,000% of just passion in what she was playing. And I went, oh, I didn't even think about that when I asked you. I'm so sorry. And she said, no, I needed this. This was healing. And when we put it all together, we stood around in the studio and our engineer played it back, at a pretty high volume so we could hear the whole mix and everything. And we just hugged each other and cried. It was a beautiful moment and absolutely my favorite experience recording this album.
That's amazing. That's something to end on.
Yes.
I will tell you this. You're going to be with me a little bit at the end to say goodbye. So we're not going to say goodbye completely yet, but I will tell you this. Thank you so much for everything tonight. I have had the best time with you, and some fortuitous moments have happened, which always make my heart sing so much. And we'll hear a little bit about everything. We'll say goodbye a little bit later, but we're going to hear this now. Okay? Okay. Sounds great. You guys, Jen, she's like ridiculous amazing, right? I know. I have the best friends in the world. Thank you very much. That's right. And so, of course, Long Time Coming is Coming by Jen Midkiff. Gorgeous woman. And then, who doesn't want to tip their bartender? It's called Tip Your Bartender by Adam Cabtree. Thank you. And then The Road to St. Patrick's by Ohikadith. And then Long Live Lauren by Mark Farrell. That's right, guys. We have 4 more beautiful songs, and then we get to say goodbye to Jen, and then we get to say goodbye. And I will tell you this. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for coming. It has been one of the most amazing nights, and I cannot wait until we see each other again. I will talk to you a little bit after this, but till then, listen and have a great time. Here we go.
Process of healing leaves me feeling like I'll never get where I want to go. I struggle each day for another step on the way. Will I get there? Oh, I don't know. Maybe this is all I get. It's so easy to forget just what it felt like to be not in pain. I could give up easily, say this is good enough for me, till I remember what I've got to gain. It's a long time coming, but I'm gonna get there. I declare I will be whole again. It's a long time coming, but I'm gonna get there, and I'll prove to the world I can mend. I want a reset button, but life's not simple like technology, and it's hard to remember what it felt much better can I get? I've gotta take it slow. Well, that's a struggle, you know, 'cause patience is never my strength. Still, it's becoming clear that it's the only way from here, or else I'll wind up headed backward again. The end seems so far, an unreachable star. I look for little signs along the way that I'm getting better, a little more together, getting closer to the day. It was a long time coming, but I'm finally here. I declare that I am whole again. It was a long time coming, but I'm finally here. And I've proven to myself I can mend. Good days, bad days, 2 steps forward, 1 back. Still, I've got to believe that I'm on the right track. When I look at where I was, I see how far I've really come. When I look at where I'm headed, it feels like stepping out from shadow to sun. It's a long time coming, but I'm gonna get there. I declare I will be whole again. It's a long time coming, but I'm gonna get there. And I'll prove to the world I can mend. It's been a long time coming, but I'm finally here. I declare that I am whole again. It's been a long time coming, but I'm finally here. And I've proven to myself that I can mend. And I'll prove it over time and again.
I've been to many bars all around this place, all a little different, but pretty much the same. People come in to have a good time, to party it up or relax and unwind. After a hard week at work, what's a little fun gonna hurt? The band's about to start, and if the music hits you right and you can't take it no more, bring it on down to the dance floor. But no matter where you go, have a good time. But there's one thing to remember always: tip your bartender. People shooting, a pool in the back, a throwing darts, drinking beer from the tap. Well, there's a bachelorette party taking shots outside, and by the looks of things, they're gonna get a little wild tonight. So come on in, grab a drink from the bar, and then find you a seat, 'cause the band's about to start. And if the music hits you right and you can't take it no more, bring it on down to the dance floor. But no matter find you a seat, cause the band's about to start. And if the music hits you right and you can take it no more, bring it on down to the dance floor. But no matter where you go, have a good time. But there's one thing to remember, always tip your bartender. But no matter where you go, have a good time. But there's one thing to remember, always, always tip your bartender. Oh, tip 'em good, man.
was my old friend from long ago. We met at high school just down the road. We were rock stars at the talent show, a rock and roll band from long ago. He played for Elvis in a traveling show. They headed south to beat that winter's snow. He found a wife that he could love and hold, and beautiful kids. It was like he struck some gold. Long live Lloyd. A true legend has come and gone. I felt compelled to write this song about a kind man with a gentle soul. Long live Lloyd. A true legend has come and gone. In our memory, he will live on. We'll meet again when the good Lord takes me home. We met in Freeport and gave it one more go. The stage was set to play one last show. He played real good just like he'd done before. He was our hero, it's hard to let him go. He touched my life in ways he'll never know. If I could go back, I'd let him know. We talked at times on that telephone. We joked and laughed about growing old. Then came the day when he had to. He had a gig to play on the second floor. Listen close, you can hear him play a song, and the angels above will sing along, singing, long live Lloyd. A true legend has come and gone. I felt compelled to write this song about a kind man with a gentle soul. Long live Lloyd. A true legend has come and gone. In our memory, he will live. We'll meet again when the good Lord takes me.
You guys, it has been a gorgeous, gorgeous night. I have loved being with you. Facebook kicked us off. I don't know if we did too much or whatever, but I can tell you this. We're still on YouTube. We're still here. We're still loving your heart. That was a beautiful show. I'm about to bring on Jennifer to say goodbye, but I would like to say this, if I can, please. This has been a gorgeous time with the Celtic Rain Radio Show. If you want to send music to me to be played, please send it to CelticRain777 at gmail.com. I need MP3s, If you would not send me anything before, also send me a bio of yourself because I need to know about you or your band. And understand that as much as you send me, I will play. My requirements are this. Number 1, not offensive. It's a family show, okay, guys? Number 2, you have to be a independent or small label artist, okay? And when you send me your stuff, it is understood that you're going to be played, so therefore you're giving permission, okay? Total permission, okay? Love you guys so much. Let's bring Jennifer back on for just a second. Hey, Jen.
Hey, Rebecca.
So awesome to have you tonight. Thank you
fun.
so much for being here. Tell me, there's been a few people have been like commenting, so we're going to just go over a few of the comments if I can get to them. It's hilarious. Facebook shut us down. Obviously, we're doing something right. That's right. Yay, yay, yay. And I'm trying to like find the stuff, but it is what it is. What I can say is this. You are a gorgeous harpist. But what I love about you the most is your spirit. I love that no matter what, you're going to figure out how to play with somebody, because I've been on that field with you and I stood next to you when you're just trying to figure out music and we're all trying to figure out it together. And there's a lute and there's a wooden flute and God only knows what else is out there. And you're just playing your heart out. And for me, that's what makes a musician. A musician is someone who, in the end of it all, they're going to just play their heart. They're going to figure it out. And no matter what, they're going to have fun.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just going to love what they're doing. And that is really you. Now, I've known you a lot less years than my husband because he keeps reminding me that he played with you in a band before.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, yes. God only knows how many freaking years, which we may or may not want to speak about later. But I will say this. The years that I have known you have been amazing, and I can't wait to get to know you even more. So, Jen, to you, my gorgeous lady.
Rebecca.
I adore you. Always. To everyone else out there, this is Jen Midkiff. I will put up her page so you can see Jen Midkiff, JenMidkiff.bandcamp.com. Go check her out. She is amazing. She is awesome. If you want to be on the show, send your MP3s to Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky, 777@gmail.com. I will look them over. I will make sure that they are appropriate, and I will put them in the right places. I am telling you, I just played an 11-minute song. I will not play a 30-minute song. I'm going to put that one out there. Not worth it. But guys, understand, it is worth my time to hear your gorgeous music. Send it to me. I cannot wait. This has been a beautiful time with me and Jen. And Jen, would you like to say goodbye?
Sure. May everybody have a wonderful evening. In the old words of the old Irish blessing, may the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and may the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.
And on that note, good night, gorgeous people. And slanja.
Slanja.
Slanja. Good night, everybody. Bye.